between Avalanche and mainnet, so it can also be listed on other NFT marketplaces. And then I think one of the first, or at least the first I've seen, is our NFTs are generated on chain, and there is a Chainlink VRF integration. So if you've dabbled around the space a little bit, you'll realize that getting randomness on chain is actually super, super hard. But thankfully, Chainlink have created a service called VRF, Verifiable Randomness, and it is a lot stankier math than essentially what it provides in giving you just simple randomness. But we've integrated Chainlink VRF to get randomized layers for these NFTs. And we can kind of touch on the layers a little bit more, but let me share my screen actually while we're chatting, so you can kind of see what I can see. Can I get a sound from another speaker just to know that you can see?
Yeah, we can see it. It's looking great.
Cool. You can see the A.P Morgan. Awesome. So I can come back here a little bit. By the way, we've got Arctic Games training competition come up. Go check it out. And here you can see some of the kind of and I believe Jordan will confirm, Jordy Baby in Discord, but we have 3 greenlist spots open to our exclusive Atlantic World listeners for the chance to mint one of these A.P Morgans. And there's no price for these A.P Morgans. That greenlist spot allows you to mint one. And we have 3 lined up. There's a little bit of requirements, but we'll kind of chat about that. And then there's also a PFP, which will be up for grabs during the event, which is pretty cool. And I'll let CJ touch on that. Sorry, I can't see who. Do you want to touch on that a little bit?
So we'll be able to claim the PFP at the end of the event. So yeah, it will be great. I'll ensure that we whitelist everybody. We have like a checkbox feature where we can just tick the participants to claim the PFP, and they should be able to mint it pretty easily with their wallet directly.
Cool. Awesome. So just before we jump into what is Morgan, where did he come from, what is the A.P Morgan Sailing Club, feel free to head over to our site and maybe do this a little bit later, and you can join our Discord if you have any more questions we can kind of go through. But so first off, who is our A.P Morgan? He is the official float mascot and the most degenerative ape in DeFi. So if I look a little bit closer here, you can see I can flip through the random layers a little bit. Quite cool. What makes this kind of truly unique is that you are able to select them. You can select these cool different layers. If you want DJ decks, you want a Puli lawyer. But our A.P Morgan is an absolute degen trader. He kind of emotes the ethos that we try to bring across at Float with his funky style and integrations into the wild DeFi space. I've got a little bit of reverb coming back into my ears and I can hear myself. I don't know if there's another speaker that doesn't mind just muting. Cool. All right. So something to note, I've mentioned there's 3 greenlist spots open for the A.P Morgan Sailing Club after this call, but it is an exclusive invite-only NFT collection. All right, there are 6,900 unique, timeless A.P Morgans, and this is exclusively to greenlisted addresses. So unfortunately, not everybody's going to be allowed to mint. Some good news, there are a couple ways to get on that green list. The initial supply has been slowly being kind of released to the different early float users. So if you check over here, you check the Explorer, you can see some really cool Morgans. You can see, because I'm on the Avalanche network, I'm getting the A.P Morgans minted on Avalanche. Is that a legendary fur I see? So we'll touch on that a bit, but that's pretty cool. And yeah, unfortunately, no public mint, but we do have some greenlist slots, and there will be ways to kind of get into the A.P Morgan Sailing Club. So why did we build the A.P Morgan Sailing Club? So really, there's a lot of fluff and hype and stuff with kind of different NFT projects, but really the A.P Morgan Sailing Club is all about the community. We created the A.P Morgan as kind of a market symbol of our kind of incredible community, and each person can individually mint their own A.P Morgan. So it's just a little bit of fun. There's some clever kind of innovation and tech behind the scenes that will hopefully get adopted by other projects. And in this call, I'm gonna go through a actual live demo mint, so you can see. And I would love to get some feedback on some of the layers. So I don't know if you can pop it in the chat on what you want to see get minted, and maybe someone can relay it onto me. But yeah, some really cool things kind of lined up with the demo. So if I come back here, cool, and I come to the builder, cool. All right, so I'm going to show the screen for a little bit, and hopefully someone can pop a message on kind of what layers they want to see. Do they want to see the DJ Score hoodie? Do they want to see the vest? Do they want to see the scar, the Siggy, this obscure thing don't know what it is, the gold earring, the squiggly eyes, the cool dude glasses, the noun style glasses, the avalanche goggles, the classic float hat, the bald, or the gigabrain, which I tend to think actually has a very vulgar look as well, but I'll switch out of that. We got the mohawk, we got the whiskey glass, we got the business hands, the chat dev laptop. So if you have any suggestions, pop a message in on what we're gonna mint. And just to touch on the project a little bit more, we integrated with LayerZero, which allows us to natively bridge between 3 chains. So you can see it in the top right here. We've got Avalanche, we've got Polygon, and we've got Zero Mainnet. This is kind of a first of its kind, and it's not like these kind of other bridging NFT projects where you can just, you wrap and essentially you burn it on the one chain and you mint a new NFT on another chain. This is actually the pure defined kind of NFT qualities that get transferred between chains. It's really cool. It's actual it's a real transfer from one chain to another. Let's say you need to set your Twitter verified profile picture. You can bridge your Morgan to mainnet. You want to do it on Lens, you can bridge it to Polygon. So pretty cool that you can kind of bridge the NFT between chains. And then as you've seen, we've got these kind of user configurable layers. So you select what you want your Morgan to look like. And I'm hoping to get some feedback on how we're going to make him, but he's going to be pretty cool. And he's going to have we'll see what he ends up looking like before we mint. And then just to touch on where the randomness comes from. So as you can see, there's no background here, and he's got the common fur, and that's just for kind of the filtering here. But at mint, when you mint your Morgan, we send a request to Chainlink VRF, and Chainlink waits a couple block confirmations and then sends back some random numbers, which we use to randomly generate the backgrounds. And these backgrounds and fur layers have 4 tiers of rarity. Let me come back to this Explorer so you can check it out. So you can see here we've got a common fur. Here we've got a uncommon fur. Here we've got a rare fur. It's a bit covered. Another rare fur, and we've got a single legendary Super Saiyan Goku fur over here, which only has a 5% chance. This is written on the smart contracts. This is at a kind of fully decentralized level of storing this rarity on chain. A big, massive thanks to Chainlink VRF for allowing us to do this. And the other thing to note is we have kind of a uniqueness test. So no 2 Morgans can be minted, which means even though you are selecting your layers and building your own Morgan, you can't select the same layers as someone else. and I can't remember quite the exact layers of another one, but you'll see that in the UI if you try and mint one with the same layers. So they are entirely unique, which is really cool. And then another cool feature, we've got a little lens partnership. So all A.P Morgan holders are able to mint their lens profile, which we thought was pretty cool and a nice partnership. It's kind of a nice little sweetener on top that you can mint your lens profile, because I know that's quite tricky to get if you haven't by chance been included in one of the previous rounds. All right, let's get to it. Let's do this mint. CJ, talk to me. What are we looking at layers here? Are we looking at the LayerZero hoodie? Do we have the Polygon jacket? Do we have the Avalanche jacket? Chad Dev shirt? Any other speakers there? I can't quite hear. CJ, you might be on mute. I heard a little something, but could be...
Yeah, can you hear me?
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, it's looking great.
Cool. Talk to me. What layers should I be? Should we do the business honors? The cigar?
Yeah, I'm bullish. I'm bullish on the cigar, I think.
Okay. Our outfits, we're going a Rave t-shirt, suit. What are we thinking?
Greek god vibes.
Greek god. All right. And vomit rainbow, some earrings. Oh no, we went to cigar here. And glasses. No glasses. Some laser eyes. Some googly eyes. Help me out, Joe. What are we feeling?
I think I like the ski glasses.
Ski goggles. It is. All right.
It's a vibe.
And is our Morgan bald? Does he have AirPods? Trader Joe hat? Cat ears? Business hat?
I'm bullish on Trader Joe hat.
Trader Joe.
We can also visit maybe later to the Trader Joe clubhouse.
Cool. All right.
It sits well the Avalanche map.
What do we got? What's he holding? What's the last overlay layer looking like? Doubling up on the buff and the cigar. Does he have the hands? What are we feeling?
Is this the one where we can add the pulley? Oh, it's not possible.
Yeah, we got the pulley.
Yeah, pulley is the best.
Cool. All right. And moment of truth. We're going to do a live mint. Always smooth. I'm going to pump that gas a little bit so we don't get stuck. And I'm going to confirm that transaction. So,
okay. Let's go.
What's happening behind the scenes? We've got a transaction. Sorry, I realize this is a very big screen. We have the transaction Avalanche quick and smooth and straightforward as always. We can see that's gone through. And if I click through here, we can see, a little bit more what we've passed in here. So we've got a proof, which is something that's unique to each user. That's essentially their green listing. And you can see here the different layers selection have been passed through. Now, what's happening at the contract level is in the background, it's made a request to Chainlink VRF, and we might see it here on the profile. There we go, it's already happened. So we got a response from Chainlink, and they waited a couple block confirmations, and it completed the mint process. So pretty cool. You can see we've got a claim lens handle button. We can bridge it to Ethereum. We can bridge it to Polygon. Sometimes it takes a little bit long to bridge, as bridges usually do. We can tweet about it. We can, you can see some of a little bit of descriptions, and then you can see the unique attributes. So this DGen A.P Morgan
this is super
was
dope.
born today. We can see he was minted on Avalanche. And what are the chances? We've got a legendary background. I actually know the chances exactly. It's 5%.
Can I buy this from you? I want to put it on the wall somehow in the float clubhouse.
You can place a bid and we'll see. I think he's a pretty cool A.P Morgan. So we'll see. He's got the pretty bird. He's got the AVAX goggles. He's got the Cuban cigar. And if we come over here, we can see him on JPEGs. These marketplaces usually just take a second to load, so we can do a young refresh over here. And cool, we can see our Morgan. We can see the properties. You can see over here so it's a little bit higher than the contracts are currently set, but over law of large numbers that will decrease. There's only 2 with legendary furs so far. Legendary backgrounds. And we can actually go check out the collection here too. So you can see some of the other Morgans that have been minted. What I thought was pretty cool, because people are minting these and selecting the layers themselves. We have entirely kind of unique owners, which is awesome. People are holding onto their A.P Morgan. Do not sell, do not drop them. You even might have a cool kind of integration in the background with that. And just to as a reminder, we've got 3 greenlist spots for those in the audience that would like to mint an A.P Morgan. And Jordan sent me the requirements. Let me just pull that up quickly on my screen. But give me 1 second. All right, to be eligible for the greenlist spot of the A.P Morgan Sailing Club, you've got to head over to our Discord. You've got to claim your Atlantean friend role. That's via joining, connecting your wallet via Collab Land. It's quite a cool kind of integration. The channel is collabland-join, and you can get your Atlantean friend role in the Float Discord. Then you come over to the builder and take a screenshot of your dream Morgan and post it in our Discord. I think there's a Flex Your Morgan channel, and there's also a Morgan chat channel. So if you take a screenshot of your dream Morgan and send it over, this anyone can kind of dabble with. If you're not greenlisted, it's blocked me because I've already mentioned it already. If you're not greenlisted, there'll be a little warning, but you can still come over and play around and select your layers. Post that into our Discord, and this competition will run for the next 24 hours, and we will pick randomly 3 lucky Atlanteans to mint a Morgan.
Yeah, and you can find the link to the Float Discord in the Atlantis World Discord announcement. So yeah, better to use this link and then claim your Atlantean friend role.
Yeah, awesome. So this specific Morgan we have now, if I come, we haven't actually minted a position with this account. So I don't want to go there. I want to go here, Explorer, go to page 3, give that a chance to load. Maybe come back to page 2. There's my Morgan. So this Morgan we intend to use as the Float intern Twitter account. So stay tuned to see our Pooley supporter with his legendary background and uncommon fur. I quite like the uncommon fur myself because it's got this unique feature of a nipple piercing, which you only see if you happen to select a layer that's an outfit layer that shows all A.P Morgan's fur. Awesome stuff. Thanks, legends. And big shout out to the incredible Atlantis World team. Really cool to have this call, play around in the metaverse, and massively cool to see all the kind of features. And I think, do you want to touch on the POAP dispenser, CJ?
Yeah, so most folks who have been listening to the call have been whitelisted. So you can go and chat to the POAP distributor NPC. And if you're facing your computer, then in the bottom right, like the front right of the building. You can just chat to the NPC and claim your part from there. Most of folks who have been listening to the event have been whitelisted.
Cool. I hope so. I hope myself too. Awesome. We'll stick around for a little bit in Atlantis World float headquarters just to answer any questions. Otherwise, pop over to our Discord. You can see our Discord. You can get a link to our Discord if you visit our site, and it's just at the bottom here. As well as CJ mentioned, in the Atlantis Discord, the link has been shared as well. And just to run over those kind of requirements again, to be eligible for the green list, claim your role, come over to the builder, take a screenshot, post it in the Discord, in the Flex Your Morgan channel. But I think kind of share it somewhere in the Discord where it will be seen. And this competition will run for the next 24 hours, and we'll announce the 3 lucky greenlist slots. Awesome. Thanks, guys. I think that's pretty much it from our cool A.P Morgan Sailing Club. If you want, you can read a little bit more about it. We have an article that goes kind of into some of the more technical details, touches on it, goes through some of the distribution, how kind of the early users were qualified for it. There's a FAQ section here, which will tell you a little bit more. When can I mint? Do Morgans have utility or fundamental value? No, there are just pictures of monkeys. What does it mint cost? Nyada. But yeah, awesome. Thanks, guys. I'm going to switch back here, and I will hang around if anyone wants to pop any questions through. I can see we have a few more people since I've last been chatting. Don't forget to claim your POAP. CJ, Rev, Legends, Elisa, thank you. Absolutely awesome to jump through and chat a little bit about this fun, innovative kind of NFT community project.
Great to have you,
Awesome.
Denim. And yeah, fantastic NFT collection. Really excited for the launch.
Cool. Quite amped to see your Morgan here. Once you, I think the next epoch's coming out on Monday. Be sure to drop it in the Flex.
Let's go.
Yeah,
definitely.
And then the 3 lucky Atlanteans as well. Quite keen to see the A.P Morgan Sailing. Chat to Legends soon.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of the day.